Right, hi there, guys. So, Sean Mack here with yet another episode. So, what I'd like to go through today is a little way that we're using Facebook to actually go out and do the selling for us. Now, it sounds a little bit far-fetched. However, please bear with us. We're going to explain everything. So, basically, at the moment, Facebook has every one of the customers that you need for your particular product. So, what we need to do is we need to find a way to get the algorithm to like us. And the way that we get the algorithm like us is by more engagement. Now, Facebook's made up basically just to get more engagement. That's the whole of Facebook's business plan. The more people that they get out and actually see Facebook post, the longer those people engage, the more that Facebook can actually make money. So I want to take one of my other businesses as an example here. Now I'm going to use a tattoo shop. However, it works on every business. I just thought a tattoo shop is a little bit more different. So it'll work for restaurants, it'll work for affiliate marketing, it'll work for absolutely anything. Now, if we just share this tattoo shop page just quickly, what I want to do is I want to show you how it sort of progressed, and then I'm going to show you how we actually got these sort of progressions. So the tattoo shop that we have has around about 11,000 followers right now. 11,000 followers. That means that Facebook could possibly go out and show it to 11,000 people. That doesn't happen. And so we want the engagement as high as possible. Now, first one, some of the early posts, 11,000 people. We had 222 people reacted, right? That was how many people reached, sorry. The engagements, we got 27 engagements and we got no distribution, right? Absolutely shocking. And this is the way a lot of Facebook business pages are looking, which is never a good sign when you're trying to market through Facebook. Now, next we have this one here. We'll begin to grow a little bit more engagement. So 1,442 people seen it. We had 25 engagements, which is how come we got more higher people seen it, people reached, sorry. Now, what we actually changed on here was what I'm about to show you. However, there's one more that I'm going to show you that it'll show you with 11,000 people following. We had this one, so 11,000 people following. We had 48,302 people reached, and we had 14,000 engagements. Right now, this is the important part. As you'll notice, the boost's unavailable. I don't boost any posts on this particular page, mainly because I'm banned from Facebook ads. But this is the sort of power that you can get with Facebook if used correctly. Now, what I mean by used correctly, so there's a kind of point scoring system within Facebook, whereas if you get a like, we'll say it's worth 1 point. Now, it's only an imaginary point scoring thing, so bear with us. So if you get a like, then we'll say it's 1 point. If you get a love, then it took them slightly more effort, so you get 2 points. If you get a comment, I would say that's worth 4 points, right? Now, once you get a comment, if you then reply to that comment, you get another 4 points. If they reply again, you get more points. Now, what happens is, there's more points that you get added up. The people who's actually loved it, who's give you the little heart, your post then going to get seen by some of their friends on their pages, friends who's got very similar interests. But it's only going to be shown to a few. Remember, there's only 2 points. And they're going to kind of test it out. They're going to see how many of their friends actually like it, and do they really like it, or are they just having a like. Next, when they've actually put a comment on, they're going to be showing it to a lot more of their friends, right? And hoping that some of their friends are going to comment. Now, some of their friends comment as well. This is where it really starts beginning to get the viral sensation around it. But also, if you comment underneath their comments, there's an awful lot of comments in this, then what that's going to do, it's going to actually start boosting up your entire post. Now, I've learned this the hard way, because when we were starting off the tattoo studio, obviously I didn't know none of this. I spent an awfully long time reading up on this and watching various different YouTube videos on how to get engagement within YouTube, which is so difficult, and nobody really shares this. And it wasn't up until I watched all these various different videos, read all these different books, that I started putting it all together. It's all about the engagement. It's that simple. Now, obviously, if you're sitting there, you'll actually see it. If you're sitting there and you're actually commenting for every single thing yourself, it's going to work out a very, very long, slow, drawn-out process. However, you will see this a lot on people's private pages, and they use it an awful lot. So they'll say, have this giveaway of whatever PDF or whatever it is that they're giving away. If you would like it, please drop me a DM. Now, they know most people's going to comment underneath. All right. Now, this can be used in a multitude of different ways. Now, I'm going to just log into our software here just to actually show you some of the ways that we can use this. So first off, when you have, don't worry, I'm going to share my page. But first off, when you have a Facebook post itself, then you always want to be posting from your Facebook business account, right? Now, the reason behind this is, particularly if it's a video, it gets even better. If you're posting from your Facebook business account, then you can start retargeting anybody who's actually interacted with your post. So if you've got a video on, you can retarget by the amount of segments that they've watched. So they might have watched 20%. That's quite a cold audience. Could have watched 50%, get a little bit warmer. Could have watched 80%, a nice warm audience ready to remarket to. Now, as well as that, this is where it starts getting even more interesting. As well as that, if you then share that post from your Facebook business page to your groups, your private page, and everything else, then what will happen is Facebook's going to give you yet more and more engagement. And all of those figures, all the people who's watched it, are all going to get put into your lookalike audience or your general audience, where you can build a lookalike audience from. Now, when you consider most people don't buy until around about the 5th time that they've seen you, this is really quite important. So let's just have a quick look on how we can do it. Right, so what we'll do is I'm going to share my screen. Now, the first bit I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at actually getting the videos out there, right? The videos or the photos out there. This is the most important part. I want people to be able to see this as much as possible. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and I'm going to find out what the busiest time is for the particular area or where the most traffic comes to Facebook by day, by week, all the rest of it. Now, we know Sundays are the worst days. We also know Thursdays, for some strange reason, is the best days to post. But we can also find various different times. Now, the first thing I'm then going to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to go into social posting. Right, this is our software. It does have a chatbot and everything else included. We're not going to be talking an awful lot about the chatbot in this particular one, but we are going to be getting into it. So first thing we're going to post is a multimedia post. Now, if we go on to create a new post, right, also I would always have a call to action. So what we'll do is we'll put the image or carousel in, put the video in. I wouldn't actually add the video this way. I would put the video to YouTube. This way you're going to get more exposure on your YouTube channel. Personally, I like my YouTube channel a bit more. So I put the video up to the YouTube. I could upload a video though and do it that way. Now, rather than posting now, I would schedule a time. Right, so I find out the busiest time, the particular area I'm going for, and then I'll post it there. Now, we can also post to groups, but as I said before, remember, share it from your business page as you're going to get more juice from the post. So from the business page, we can go in and we can select any single business page that I have listed here. Obviously, at the moment, we're talking about tattoos. So we have a tattoo business page. And I would also go into my Instagram and post on my Instagram tattoo page at the busiest time for Instagram. So I'd set up all these various times. I would set the campaigns. I would set up everything else. Now, that's only part of it. And that's something that anybody can go out and do. Anybody can use. Remember, sharing from your business page, share it as your log into your business page as your personal self. I'll show you how to quickly do that. So if I've got Urban Ink here, oops, let's have a quick look. I've went off Urban Ink. Let's just go back into Urban Ink. Right, so remember this tattoo studio, but it's going to work for anything. So let's just click onto there. Now at the moment, it's going to say I'm acting as Urban Ink. Right, interact as Urban Ink. So I would switch over to Sean Mac, and then I would share this particular post. Right, so I would share this on my page straight away. Right, so that's the first part. That's just getting the post actually out there. Now that's all well and good, and it means that we're going to attract a lot more eyeballs on us straight away. Now let's continue that a little bit further. Next thing I want to do is I want to go into comment growth tools. Now this is something that we have in place for our chatbot that nobody else does. So first off, we have a comment template. Now, as I was saying before, your comments are ranked quite highly. So if somebody comments on one of your posts, we're going to say it's worth 4 points, just for argument's sake. Now, when we reply back to them, that's worth, again, another 4 points. So we need to make sure we answer back to them. All right, so the first thing we'll do is click on comment template. We're going to create a new template, and the new template name would be Urban Ink Test. Now, this is something we've been using on not only our normal standard posts, but we've also been using it massively effectively on Facebook ads. This should be used on all Facebook ads because this brings down your pricing ridiculously cheap. Now, I would then add round about 5 or 6 comments so that our system will go out and it'll rotate the different comments, right? So we put all the various different comments in there, and then you hit save. Right, now that would be your template all created. As you can see, there's a few here already created. Sent you a DM sent. This was if it was off my personal page, acting as my business page. Now, then the next thing we would do is we would do a reply comment. Now, reply, what it means that we're going to send them a DM, right? So we can now send them a DM, thank them very much, which also gives more juice as well to your particular post. Now imagine this, if it's on an ad, we're not only DMing everybody, replying to the comments, we're liking their comments. And another thing that we can do is we can actually hide their comments as well. So after they finish commenting, we can hide that comment so none of our competitors can come in and take them away. Now, after we've done that, what we can do, we can automate the entire campaign. So we just switch on which post we want to be on. Once we switch on whichever post we want to be on, it will go away and take care of it 100%, right? We do not need to do anything else. So as you can see, there's a couple here. Latest post, so I could click on this post here, see which post it is, just double check. And then I could click on the little cog and enable auto reply, enable auto comment, enable auto fetch comment there, and leave a comment now, right? So we can go in all of these various different bits. Now, this means that you can actually now start spacing out your particular comments and everything else. But of course, that's only Facebook. Now, what you will hear an awful lot of these various different gurus saying is try and dominate one market first. So you go after Facebook, then you go after Instagram, then maybe it's LinkedIn, then maybe it's Twitter. Now, what we found is we can do a lot of the same things all together, all at the same time. So we can go into social poster, right? We can do campaign list, not campaign list. Create new post. Now on this new post, what we can then do, I'll just go back there, I pressed the wrong button. What we can do in this one, create new post, is we can now go out and we can do Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Reddit, WordPress. We can actually put posts straight up to WordPress and Medium accounts all automatically. We do not need to do anything else. So we'll just need to look out for the busiest times for each of these particular forums, each of these platforms, and then we just make up the different things. Instead of posting now, we then schedule a post. Now, that's all well and good. And we like that it builds up all these different people. But if you've got a successful post, then what we want to do is we want to post it a few times. Remember, quite a few people aren't going to remember that they've seen the last post. So we might as well use that post and then start building up a real thing that's coming towards your site. So a real onward rolling, repeating customers kind of coming in. We want to turn this whole thing into a machine, into a whole systemized. So I tend to post it every 6 months, and I'll post it 5 times. So that's 2.5 years worth of posting on that one post, which we know is getting engagement, right? All with one simple lesson. Now, of course, you can do this by hand. You don't necessarily need ChatAmmo to do this. If you don't want to get ChatAmmo to do this, you could go in by hand and you could go in and auto comment. You could find the best times to post in each particular Facebook groups, and we also do groups as well. Facebook groups, Facebook pages, Facebook personal when we share it. We could also look at the best times for LinkedIn, Twitter, WordPress, and all of this little lot, or we could just let the system take the whole control of it and just do that for us. Now, as well as that, we could also go in and we could auto comment, and then, we could comment by hand instead of auto commenting, and we could also go in and DM. But if you think about how much work that's actually going to take, and it's not as automated. Now, the whole thing about making money on the internet is trying to automate systems. If you're working non-stop trying to make money on the internet, hard work sadly does not equal a bigger paycheck. Automation systems and leverages cause a bigger paycheck. Now, leverages, obviously you're leveraging all of the different platforms. So you're leveraging the social media platforms, the WordPress platforms, and things like this. Automation, you want to automate as much as you can so that everything's already done for you, so you can concentrate and actually run your business, how producing the content rather than trying to post the content at the right times. So anyway, this is just one of the things that we've actually put together with our chatbot, which nobody else has. This has increased sales for us massively. It's increased engagement for us hugely. Beyond all shadow of a doubt, most posts only get seen by about 6% of your total subscribers. So if we had 10,000 subscribers, we would only be getting seen by around about 600 people, which isn't very good, right? 600 people for 10,000 subscribers isn't my idea of fun. I prefer to post up at the busiest times, let my automations take charge of all of that, so I don't need to be sitting watching when the busiest time for the UK to post is. I can set up an automation, we'll post the busiest time every time. After that, we are now set. We're getting a lot more eyeballs on our offers. We're getting a lot more eyeballs on our tattoos, on our affiliate stuff, on our chatbot stuff. Everything that we do, we just do it automatically. So if you want to do the same thing automatically, then please head over to chatammo.com. We've got a very, very special deal at the minute, which is a lot cheaper than anybody else. as well for all the different features. I haven't went through the features yet. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, if it's been any sort of help whatsoever, I was giving you a new idea on how to go out and post and avoid what I went through when I first started off doing this, please go over and subscribe to this channel. It's really important that we get people joining us, because I don't want to see anybody else failing in digital marketing as I failed for a lot of years. The embarrassment was too much to cope with, and it kind of got us down. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in doing, please follow along. Put loads of videos together. Just make sure you guys understand everything that we do, which causes us money. Can't wait to see you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.